So I promised ages ago I'd do a video update, so here's the first one. American car companies are up on Capitol Hill today asking for a bailout of sorts to get them through these rough times that they're going through. This is a $25 billion proposed bailout on top of the $25 billion loan that they're already getting, mind you. The problem is with the first one, they didn't like it because it comes tied with all these restrictions that make them do things like produce green cars. So they're asking for an additional $25 billion to help weather the storm and all that stuff, and they're worried about all the people that work from there are going to get laid off. Problem is, we can't just hand them money. The car companies weren't exactly responsible when they earned the money. They still spent it poorly, developed poor business plans, and pretty much ignored the advice of everybody when they said that their business plan was too short-sighted to survive. So here they are saying, guess you were right, can we have some money? No. The fundamental problem is that nobody wants to buy a car. Surprise, surprise. So the government, if they're going to do anything, and it's a big if, shouldn't just hand these irresponsible companies money. They should, in fact, fix the core problem of nobody wanting to buy a car. So let's provide incentives for people to buy cars. Here's London's proposal. If anybody in America wants to buy an American-made, that's Ford, GM, or Chrysler, that's the big three, car that gets more than 25 miles to the gallon, we're going to throw that in there for all the tree huggers out there. Here's what we do for them. The government makes it possible for them to get 0% interest loans for the life of the loan, provided that they buy a car that costs less than they make in 1 year. For instance, I want to buy a $26,000 car. I had better make $26,000 and 1 cent, or I don't qualify for this zero interest loan. This is to prevent people from going out and saying, hey, 0% interest loan, I'm going to buy a Cadillac and a Viper. We'll make them think within their price range. So we take that, and then we say, also, on top of this, since you're buying an American-made car, and you're buying somewhat environmentally responsible because it gets more than 25 miles to the gallon, our direct incentive, on top of the 0% interest loan, is that you get a $5,000 tax credit next year. And do this now. Why? Because everybody, once the holiday season's over, it's time to pay taxes. And $5,000 credit, anybody that owes taxes, that's a huge deal to them because they might actually end up getting taxes back. Say they owe $2,000, well, that's $3,000 credit the government's going to give them. Somebody like me, that's $5,000 I don't have to pay. Great idea, right? So what we've done is we've decided that, one, you're going to get a zero interest loan. Two, you're going to get $5,000 back on your taxes. We're not going to hand you $5,000. We're just going to say you don't have to pay this in taxes. Not a direct stimulus thing that people are then going to rush off and put on credit cards or on housing payments like they did with the last stimulus package, and it didn't do anything. But more of a long-term, metered out stimulus that allows people to then spend that kind of money over the course of time, which is going to provide a more stable solution to the problem. So we follow? Basically, here's the deal. Don't hand car companies money. Hand the consumer a reason to buy a car. Therefore, the car companies are shored up because all of a sudden their intake's coming in. Industry loans, $5,000 tax credit, as long as you buy an American-made car that gets over 25 miles to the gallon. What's wrong with this? Well, where's the problem? Well, let's do it.